What up, farm? How you going? So, me and Alex are down here at the nitro. Just got to turn my isolator off because we have got some unwrapping to do, don't we, Alex? It's time that we got these EKay crop dividers out of their packaging and put them on the nitro. Let's have a look in here, Alex. Alright, so we got the wood off. Didn't have the right drill bit, but we got it off. And Alex marked up my time lapse and then took you for a walk. But anyway, here's the cardboard off the top. Put this over here. So these are the points for it. Here's the instructions here, so I might work on getting them out and have a look at them. You're climbing. Didn't take long. Yeah, they look good. Look at all this stuff. Here we go. Here's the bolt packs. Here's the rest of it. I think it's time that I consult my instruction manual. Alright, so we've got the first mounting bracket on. Took us a little while just to figure it out. It's always like that with something new. Yeah. Looks pretty good, pretty solid. I've got to drill a hole or two in there just to solid it right up and should be good to go. Looks pretty good though. Should have given the wheel motors a wash, that's for sure. Sun's going down and it's getting cold, so we're gonna call it a night and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Might just have a quick look at the wheat side. She's looking good. Look, Alex, look at the wheat. Looks good. Alright, so it's the next day. I tried to use the old bolts on this side, on the bracket, but they weren't quite long enough, so I got the bolts that came with the kit and put them in there. You can see they got more thread, bit longer. So yeah, all the bolts, everything you need comes with it. They're all there. Yeah, so I'm going to work on this side now. It's really easy to mount up. You just got to pull out these two bolts that hold this front mount guard on, and then it bolts straight in there, just like this one has. I've got to drill a hole down here and put another bolt in just for some sideways support. There's a hole for one up here, but there's a piece blocking it, so I don't think that I can get in there. I think the only way is down the top, and probably that's full of dust and it's a long way down there, so I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just run one bolt down the bottom. Yeah, but looks a really good design, really solid and really easy to put on. There we go. This side on, that side on. She's looking good. Now I guess we'll do the back ones. Alright, so this back wheel, I can show you a bit better how it all works because I don't have the mud guard to contend with. So we've got this mounting plate. We've got my bolt here. Through the hole on the frame or axle, whatever you want to call it. Put our washers on, run the nut on, and that should just sit there. Find our other bolt. That's pretty much it. Now we just got to tighten it up. Under the bridge of fire burns, somewhere the pages start to turn, and somebody whispers there we go, she's on. Alright, so like I was saying, there's two bolts down there. There's two holes here. I've drilled the hole and put this bolt in. We're not going to put these in, I don't think. On this side, I've drilled it there. I've drilled it here. I've moved down the back now. Got my pilot hole busted through. It's a lot of drilling. This is fairly thick. Just using a cordless drill. So it takes a while and it's fairly energy consuming, but anyway, we're getting through it. Alright, so we got all of our holes drilled and bolts put in. And I put one arm on this side for a look, but the poly cone is not bolted on. But anyway, we got this poly cone bolted on, and now we're going to put the end of the bracket into the mount plate, I guess you call it, and have a look what it's going to look like. Alright, so we got the bolts in this next one. Yeah, now we're just figuring out how they chain up best. Dad's had a look at the instructions and opening a few packets, and we're getting it sorted. Alright, so after some looking at the instructions, we've got the chain on. We haven't tightened it up yet. Got the chain on, got it set at operating level, and it looks pretty good. They're definitely going to do a good job. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I'm very excited. Here we go. Got that one on, this one on. We tried this one out with the travel hooks. Looks to be going pretty good. We've got all the bars on and all the chains on back there. We just got to put the nose cones, which are over there, on, and yeah, then we'll be able to go for a bit of a drive around and see what it's like. Uh-oh, you dropped your washer. Alright, me and Alex are down here. We're putting the poly nose cones on. I've got my screwdrivers in here acting as guides. Yeah, it's working good. Alright, we got that one all tightened up. She's looking good. What do you reckon, Alex? On to this one. Alright, got them all on and all tightened up, but because I've got the 520 tyres, the wider ones, these are not quite wide enough, and they have sent me an extender kit. So we're just about to unwrap that and see what's in it. So I was just browsing the instructions, looking at the extension kit, and I realised that there was this picture here, showing a bolt in the back, and it says that I needed to drill a hole back here, through that bracket, one on either side, just like that, and put these remaining bolts in there. I was wondering why I had bolts left over. That made me curious, but that's why. So I'll go through and drill all the holes and then put the bolts in. Alright, so we had a brief interlude while we took some shorn sheep from here back to Dad's. But I've got this extension kit on. Let me get it in the right spot. Here we go. You can see that it spreads it out past the wheels, and that should be really good. Alright, that's number 2 on. That one was a lot quicker than the last one. This has taken a fair while because I did do the sheep stuff with Dad middle of the day. That took a little bit of time, but yeah, you get quicker. You definitely get quicker as you go. I'll do these ones now, and might set up a time lapse so that you can see it happening. Right, we got that side done. Chelsea the mechanic is working on this side. And Alex has been just about climbing herself up this ladder, desperate to get in the cabin for a look. So we're gonna go and have a look. Oh no, you wanna go see the sheep? Oh, check this out. They're all on. All the bolts are tightened. Everything is looking good. I definitely cannot wait to get out in the paddock and do some spraying with these. Probably the next thing that we'll spray with them will be fungicide on the canola over there. It's just started flowering. That won't be till later on. I think it's fungicide, I don't know. Whatever Prosaro is, does the job. Anyway, yeah, it's been good. They've been relatively easy to put on, just time consuming. Having never looked at a set before I saw these, yeah, it took a bit of time to nut it out, to figure out how they worked, how they went on. The instruction manual was really good though, really helpful. Yeah, as we went, we got quicker. Yeah. But anyway, so right off the bat, some things that I really like. They have a spring load feature. So if this tends to get too close to the ground and hits the ground, it will actually just spring up like this. And yeah, looks a real good system. The chains here all have hooks on them that you can clip them up out of the way for whatever reason, should you need to. Yeah, but they look really good and I can't wait to use them. Big thanks to EKay Enterprises, and an even bigger thanks to Macintosh for setting this all up. I really appreciate it. If you're nearby any of them, go and check them out. Follow them on Insta and Facebook. Yeah, give them some support. Rightio, thanks for watching. Hope it helped you out. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.